Well, thousands of growers, buyers, and shippers and marketers gathered in the Sunshine State for Produce Marketing Association's Fresh Summit Show. SoutheastProduceWeekly.com's Chip Carter checks in with a recap of the action on the Expo floor.
I'm in Orlando, Florida for the Produce Marketing Association Fresh Summit Show. 25,000 people from all over the globe. Farmers, shippers, marketers, distributors, grocers, people who buy produce by the ton, and people who grow it by the ton. They're all here this weekend.
We have people under this roof that represents not only the whole supply chain, but the whole world. 65 countries are represented on this show floor. What it tells me is that our industry is healthy, it wants to get healthier, and at the end of the day, we all here are really trying to figure out how do we drive consumption across the world. If we're supposed to be half the plate, we should be half the conversation.
We've been growing grapes in California for close to 50 years, and this has been one heck of a show here in Orlando. We've seen a lot of our customers, and we're just so happy that we have a great crop to move, and the quality's been excellent.
We've seen some of the new varieties of grapes as they come along. What we once thought of as a traditional grape, these are a whole nother category. There's been so much revolution in the grape industry.
Right, there's been a lot of new varieties with different tastes and all kinds of different flavors. So it's an exciting time in our industry. We're learning a lot, as we do every year, about the consumers and what they're looking for, and we're trying to achieve that for them.
Now, Katie, that is super impressive, but what on earth does this have to do with tomatoes?
Well, you came over here and asked me about tomatoes.
That's a very, very good point, folks. I believe that's what they call marketing. Chef Shannon, what's cooking?
Today we're making some caramelized onion pizza.
Oh, you can't. You know that sounds too good. How are you doing this?
So what I did, we first started with sweet Vidalia onions,
Okay.
and we just sweated those down, really low and slow. Took about 30 minutes. The longer you cook it, the more sugar comes out. We got some pizza dough, and we have some fontina and Gruyere cheese, and we just put some olive oil down, some of the cheese, the sweet onions, sprinkle a little thyme on there, and then right into the oven.
Brooke, we don't hear a whole lot about Arkansas agriculture, but you guys are pretty busy there, I believe.
Absolutely. Agriculture is Arkansas's largest industry. We have anything from chickens to cows. We've got a great place to grow rice. We produce 49% of all U.S. rice.
Arkansas produces half of the domestic rice grown in the United States.
Yes, sir, we sure do.
Who would have ever known? There are so many moving parts in the supply chain that gets our food from where it's grown to where we need it. They're all represented on the floor of a show like this. I'm Chip Carter from SoutheastProduceWeekly.com, reporting for RFD-TV.
Well, thank you, Chip. And of course, Chip will be back for one more look at the Fresh Summit's Expo floor. Of course, you can stay with us here on the Market Day Report to catch that report and much, much more throughout the morning.